Craig?
Yep.
Where have you been? Well, where do you think I've been? We're on lockdown. The only place I can be is right here. Maybe downstairs, or in the parking lot, I guess. But what's going on here? Oh, you mean that? Well... Welcome back, and as you can see, we are doing some TikToks during the lockdown, and that is something we do now apparently. So if you want to see more of that, definitely check out Nan Bello on TikTok. It's a lot of fun, and apparently they have more views and followers. They say we have more views and followers than we do on YouTube, so there's that. I guess that's a good thing, sort of. Anyway, so today we're doing the Ultra Applesauce challenge, which Wayne from Wayne Co challenged us to. He's that American guy who was in one of our previous videos. Definitely go and check that out. There somewhere. Wrong side, by the way. Anyway, moving on. We have to look at our most sentimental collectible, our most expensive collectible, and our favorite collectible. So, 10 points for anyone who guesses what they are. I bet you'll be wrong. Because, first of all, most of this isn't Funko Pops, because Funko Pops can't be that sentimental. I haven't been collecting them for that long. Neither could they be my favorite. But, could be the most expensive. Craig, let's start with what my most sentimental item is. My most sentimental item is actually a old tablet that I've had for a very long time. I served it all the way through university and is now my trusty alarm clock next to my bed. It's probably a bit insecure and a bit stupid to be using it still, but it's got a lot of... What did you do? I can't believe you. I don't care anymore. You do it. You do it. I'm sure you'll be back. Let's have a look at what we got. My first and most sentimental collectible is... Drumroll, please. I said drumroll. Thank you. It's Bulbasaur, the plush toy. This Bulbasaur is 19 years old, which means it's older than some of you watching this video. I think it's 19, could be 18, could be 20, somewhere there. So my brother and I were playing in an arcade at Emperor's Palace, or was Caesar's Palace back then, and this was a prize, so we spent the whole night trying to collect enough tickets to get the Bulbasaur. And we did, obviously. So this has been around for 19 years and it still exists somehow. And it also survived the house fire and a whole bunch of other stuff, which makes it pretty interesting. There we go. Want to see more of Bulbasaur? Subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. Because if you don't, I'll just throw him in the rubbish bin. Morning. Okay, next up, my most expensive collectible. Okay, so honestly, I am not a collector. You've seen I have lots of Funko Pops, but that's because I enjoy pop culture, not because I like collecting things. So I don't really have any expensive ones to speak of. I've got a couple of chasers and that kind of thing which are expensive, but it was just luck of the draw that I got them in the first place. The most expensive collectible I have is probably this new one over here. What is it? It's the Funkoverse Harry Potter Funko Pop board game. So basically, this board game comes with 4 little Funko Pops and all of the rules and that kind of thing. I paid about 650 Rand for it, which is about $40 or soon to be about $1. So this is a relatively expensive little collectible, and it's not really a collectible because you can play with it. And I intend to play with it on this channel with some friends. So, if you want to see that, you know what to do. But don't worry, I'm not going to destroy it if you don't, because I still want to play it, and I'll want to show you how it works. So there's that. Next up. Well, that's not the first time today that I've done something like that. Most sentimental collectible is Hedwig. Now you've seen Hedwig before. No, this is not most sentimental. We've done most sentimental. It was close actually. Bulbasaur just beat out Hedwig because he's been around for a lot longer. Hedwig over here is my favorite because I got her when I was living in London for a few months, and I went to the Platform 9 3/4 store, and it's pretty much the only souvenir I bought from London because souvenirs, as I said, not a collector. So yeah, this is Hedwig. If you don't know who Hedwig is, Hedwig comes from the Harry Potter universe. She is Harry Potter's pet owl who he gets in the first year, and something horrible happens in the 7th year. Whether you watch the movies or the books. Don't try and watch a book, by the way. Read it. Whether you watch or read, Hedwig exists, and Hedwig is a great character. And Hedwig likes to sit on my shoulder. So for those reasons, Hedwig is my favorite. I have no idea what to do next, Mr. Baker. Wow. What is going on with that background? Mr. Baker? Mr. Baker? Hold on a moment. Look what he made me do. My shirt is on backwards. I am distraught. You don't understand. But we've got work to do, and this isn't something for Craig. He's not reliable enough to deal with this. So I have to call out some other YouTubers to do the challenge. The challenge is probably long over by now because I don't post often enough. Also Craig's fault. Everything's Craig's fault right now. Okay? So I'm calling out ScottyDogg, who is a musician, not a collector, not a Funko Pop reviewer, because I want to see what ScottyDogg's got. I'm sure he's got some pretty cool guitars to show us. So, your favorite item, your most sentimental item, and your most expensive item. Who else should we call out? I got it. I'm gonna call out Marty's Funko. He has pretty much the biggest collection of chasers I've ever seen, especially in South Africa. So, I'm sure he has a lot of fun stuff to show us. Anything else? No, 2's enough. I think that's it. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe and comment. If you are one of the YouTubers I've called out, make sure to comment in the description whether you are going to partake or not. It's not, actually commenting is actually compulsory now. I didn't say comment or not, I said comment yes or no. Thank you. Goodbye. Hedwig. Are you ready?